Jack really wanted to do these murals for you. He didn't want to make them any kind of a political thing. He didn't want to do it about the great labor leaders or any of that. He wanted to do it about the ordinary people of each century who were the labor force. So he wanted to make this for people to love and to enjoy and to make their lives better. He did just pass away just this last fall, but he was here when the paintings were cleaned, and that was to see someone cleaning his paintings just like the old masters with a Q-tip, and he says, oh, now I know I'm really a painter. It was just absolutely what he loved about it, and he wanted to do these and make them public. I think one of the hardest things to address was in the painting that is behind all of you, the very last painting, the technology painting. The black man way up on the ladder with the electric wires, the electrician on the ladder, he was holding too many wires. So Jack took out a wire. And then they said, well, why is he standing? That's against OSHA rules. He's standing backwards on a ladder. You can't have it. The settlement painting, and each one of us, we had apprentices. We had 4 people working on these with Jack. Jack did all the drawing. I think he did small drawings, and then his apprentices put them in charcoal on the paintings by grid, and then he had to come in and correct them, because when you get something from a very small drawing up to this big, things all get a little out of proportion. And then on the one with the big wheels, that was something that was very difficult to figure out. You had to practically be a mathematician, and that was done by a man named Bill Eckert. And Bill Eckert is pictured in the other painting. He's the man with the camera in the last painting called Technology. He really wanted to make sure that we begin to see women getting into the workforce and taking over. So he has a friend of his, Carol, is pretty much in charge. He's pointing to the man who's working. And then we also have someone from the labor department who is working here. Vivian, I don't know, some of you know her, who've been here long enough. It's the Vivian Tisdale. The other point that's kind of interesting that he did was this twig that is being examined and photographed. This twig is from the branch of the tree of the first painting, which is in the forest in the settlement painting. All right, this is the one that I remember the best because I painted a great deal on this one. I did most of the still life parts. I especially had fun over in this area, and I thought of a lot of other artists like Durer. It was not particularly good for his career at the moment. He wasn't doing any paintings that were for sale. We weren't making any money, and he wasn't really having shows. And in fact, it might have been bad for his career, but he didn't care. This is what he wanted to do.